Hi, everyone. Today we're going to talk about how you define the learning when you're building a virtual reality experience. Now, you need something to measure and you need a concrete lesson that you want people to walk away with at the end of the experience. So for hard skills, that's generally easier to define. So you can test whether somebody can do a task or whether they remember the steps. Can they fix the part in the computer? Can they safely climb a telephone pole? So that's a little bit easier to define. But for critical human skills and conversational training, that's kind of trickier, right? But you can still come up with really good measurements. So focus on critical thinking, focus on being comfortable in situations, focus on being fast on your feet and adaptable. You don't want to be teaching people how to just recite a script, right? That's not useful in VR. You can also measure this in a couple different ways. So the first is surveys. Do users feel more comfortable having hard conversations after they've gone through the experience? Do employees feel like their managers have had better conversations with them since they've been trained? There's also data that you can look at, although it does take a little bit longer to gather. So, for instance, if you're having a lot of issues with sexual harassment in your workplace, you do some VR training around that, probably the number of lawsuits filed or people who quit and report that's happened to them will fall. So that's a really good way to measure that. But you just need something to measure against in order to justify the piece and continue to build others.